Hey everyone, how's it going today? I wanted to show you an install. I have these Kartboy Endlinks here that I'm going to be putting on the front sway bar, as well as here they are, some Superpro just bushings on the front. I went ahead and took off the OEM bushings, and you can see they're decently strong, but not very strong. These are just completely solid pieces. So I'm doing the front sway bar in preparation for something I'll be doing soon in the rear. So let's get to it. These two bushings, I'll get underneath to show you a good angle, fit on the sway bar right here, and basically this was attached over the bushing onto there. All it is one nut and one bolt. So my next step is just to unscrew the end links. There's a nut on the right. You can see there's a nut kind of up top there on the left. So I'll just be taking those out, and I should be ready to install my new end links. Here's the reason why it's good to just go ahead and upgrade the front end links. This is the stock here, and you can see the middle piece is pretty small. With the Kartboy ones, you can see they're really thick and rigid here, so it should hold together really well. It does come with included spacers here, so I'll have to play with those a bit, because whenever you install them, you want them to be almost vertical as possible. So I'll have to play with that, get back with you guys on what the setup is I chose. And just another heads up, whenever you're taking these off, it's easier to take off the bolt first that is connected to your sway bar, and then take off the bottom that's connected to your actual frame. Otherwise, whenever you're trying to take off the sway bar and the frame is unbolted, since there's nothing actually holding the sway bar on, it just wiggles. So I just dealt with that. It wasn't as big of a pain as I thought, but it definitely made it a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to be taking off the other side and then getting into the install of these end links. Before I actually start putting the end links on, I'm going to put these little bushings on. Make sure to grease them up really good, that way they don't slip. I mean, you want them to slip, you don't want them to squeak. So I'm going to be lubing up the inside here, a little bit on the outside as well as the bar. I wanted to give everyone an update here. Whenever you buy these end links, they do not come with actual spacers. You're supposed to put a washer on each side of this, and I thought maybe the washers were the spacers, but they're not. You actually have to purchase the spacers separately, which really sucks, and they should send them to you whenever you buy these, because it's dumb to put them on. I put these on, and I was what I thought was finished. I guess I'll show you a clip of what it looks like. And the bolt was just kind of kinked up, and these polyurethane bushings were just kind of starting to separate already. So the way that I fixed this without having the bushings is to actually screw the nut all the way in, and the nut here is actually just about the same size as the bushings. I've checked fitment and it looks pretty good. I simply fit the front sway bar right here and then use another nut right on the end to secure it. So for those of you who maybe buy this product and forget the spacers, just use two nuts. So with these end links, you are going to need a spacer for, I'm going to say, the 2015 and up WRX. So again, I just used a nut that was supplied with the Kartboy end links, and then used my own nut for the opposite side of the sway bar, so basically the far right side from what you're looking at. And as you can see, the end link, it has maybe a slight tilt to the left, but overall it's pretty straightforward vertical. So I'm happy with this result. I was not happy with the result of not using a spacer. That's why I went with what I did. Again, I hope this helps anyone who does this install here in the future, and look forward to seeing everyone again. Thanks for watching, happy driving, and enjoy.